Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we're going to be going over exactly how to make those popular bleach teas that you see all over the internet. I have been practicing and doing this for several months now, and I finally got my method down, so I'm going to be sharing that with you guys today. And if you're more interested in like the behind the scenes part, how to sublimate, what are my computer settings, my printer settings, all that good stuff, go watch my previous video and I go a lot more into details with sublimating in general. And then come back and watch this one because we're going to be going into the exact bleaching process, the products I use, how I do it, and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get on into this video and I'll show you how. So the first thing that I do after printing my PNG file is cut around my design. Depending on the look you're going for, you can do as close or as far away from the design as you'd like. So these are the items that I use for bleaching. The first thing is Clorox Performance Bleach. I get it at Sam's Club in a big 3-pack. And then I usually use just a foam cup along with a paintbrush. You can use any size, just make sure to get the fake bristles. And then next is just some gloves to keep the bleach off your hands, and then some all-purpose flour, and then inside of that you'll need another type of paintbrush to paint around your design for a template. And then the next thing I use is a Ready Board foam board from the Dollar Tree. This is for going in between your shirts so the bleach doesn't transfer. And then the next thing, obviously your design and your t-shirt. And I use Gildan Soft Styles in the Heather colors, and you'll use 65% polyester, 35 cotton. So as you can see, the first thing that I do is just pour bleach in my cup and put that a little bit to the side, and then I slide my shirt right over this foam board from the Dollar Tree. Right here, you're going to want to just align it and make sure that it's straight and that you have your tag right in the center. The next thing I'll do is put my design on and make sure I get it kind of centered, using my hands to kind of get me there. And then I'll take my flour and my brush and just brush around the design, and it gives you a template. The next thing I'll do is take my paintbrush, and just like you're painting, you'll dip it in the bleach and paint around your design. When I get done with this, I will take my paintbrush and dab it into the bleach and then kind of splatter with my paintbrush all around the shirt. And you can do this however you want based off of your own style. When you're done with that, you just lay it in the sun, and I recommend putting rocks or something to keep it still in case it's windy. So I know a lot of people that do bleaching use spray bottles, but I've come to find that I like the paintbrush method just because spray bottles can corrode because of the bleach, and then they'll lose their spray, and then you'll have to buy new ones all the time. But with these paintbrushes, you can just use them multiple times. As long as you rinse them out at the end and take good care of them, they'll last a really long time, and you can kind of get the same results as the spray bottle, just depending on your style. Alright, so you're going to just let these sit out in the sun until they're dry to the touch, and the reason you want to do this is because if you transfer them into the wash, it's going to spread your bleach and it's going to go in spots that you don't want them to go. So just let them sit and dry, and once they get to a good dry point, you're going to take peroxide just like this one, and you're going to just spray it lightly over your design. And the reason you do this is it stops the bleaching process, and you don't have to do this, but I've come to find that it does help with the bleach not spreading anymore if you do so. Once the front is dry enough, you're going to flip them over, and then you're going to take your paintbrush with your bleach and just flick your bleach on the back of the shirt, kind of like you did on the front. Once the back is as white as you want it, then you're going to take the peroxide and lightly spray over the back just like you did on the front. All right, once the shirts are done turning, you're gonna put them in the wash. Now, I use all free and clear just because you don't know if someone's going to have a reaction to detergents. So I will just put them in the wash and kind of separate them around, and you can wash them all together. I've never had the colors bleed before. So you're gonna put all of them in the wash and then wash it at a quick cycle is what I use. I just put a little bit of the detergent in, and I will wash it on warm because warm also stops the bleaching process. And you can also just do a plain rinse cycle if you prefer. Once they're done washing, you're just going to throw them in the dryer and tumble dry on low, or you can hang to dry. The next thing that you will need is butcher paper. I get this big roll at Sam's Club. It's only about $20. And I'm going to cut, since I have 6 shirts, I'm going to cut 12 pieces. So you're cutting 6 for the inside of the shirts and 6 for the outer part that goes in between your press and your shirt. Then I'm going to take my shirt and I'm going to put one of those butcher paper sheets in between the shirt like a sandwich. So the next things that you'll need is obviously your design, some peroxide. You'll need a lint roller. You can get them anywhere. This is very important. And then something nice to have is some heat tape. I'll show you in a minute what that's for. And some Mentos. No, just kidding. You don't need that. Set your heat press between 385 and 400. And I use the StarCraft 15 by 15 swing away. Once your heat press is up to temperature, you're just going to lay your shirt down and make sure you get it kind of centered. Look at the tag on the top and kind of feel the sides of the shirt and just kind of get it centered. Luckily, with your design already being on there or your bleach already being on there, you can kind of get an idea of where to put it. Then you're going to take your lint roller and just roll all over your shirt. If you don't do this, it can leave specks on your design and you don't want that. Then you're going to take that other piece of butcher paper and put it on top and do a pre-press. I did this for about 3 seconds, so not very long. Then you're going to take your design and put it face down and make sure you don't get this backwards or anything or your design won't go on right. And then you're going to take some of that heat tape, and I usually just put one on each side just to keep it in place. Then I'm going to take the butcher paper again and put it down and then press for 60 seconds. When time's up, you just take that off right away. And sometimes you can be left with a little bit of a coloring, which is normal. Bleach can turn colors under your press. So you just take that peroxide and lightly spray over your design and then kind of let the heat of your heat press warm it up and it will turn bright white again. Just please be sure to do a new sheet of butcher paper each and every shirt because it will transfer to the back of your shirts. This ink becomes kind of a gas and it will transfer to whatever surface it touches, and the butcher paper is one of those. So that wraps it up for this video. After everything is finished, they are ready to be packaged and shipped out to your customers. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and maybe learned something. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.